Hi, my name is Adam Havrilla, and I would love to welcome you back to the Design Studio. Happy 2023. Can't believe that 2022 is a memory, but now we have nothing but great things to look forward to. Today we're going to take this beautiful bouquet and turn it into this Be Better arrangement. Is this not the most beautiful bouquet? Look at these colors. That is such a happy color to celebrate the coming of 2023 that we just started moments ago if you're watching this on the 1st. But look at those colors. Absolutely stunning. So first we're going to do is separate them by stem. This helps us know what we get to work with. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? This helps us know what we're going to get to work with. And it just makes it a little bit more organized. I like things to be organized. So we're going to organize ourselves. These are cool too. Green dianthus, love that. And I just want to show you, without these blue, it's just like a pink and lavender. But this blue just really pops that to life, doesn't it? Stunning. And then we have our gorgeous roses. If there ever is a damaged petal, and it happens every so often, just pop them off. It doesn't mean that the rose is old. It just had a bad moment in transport, so just pop them off and it's absolutely perfect. And I want to show you guys these guard petals. These petals does not mean that the rose is bad. Guard petals are left on to protect the rose. That's actually the very first petal that the rose has. So if you don't like the look of them, you can pop them off. I typically don't mind them. I love the deep colors on the outside. But if you don't love it, just pop it off and you're perfectly good to go. All right, for our vessel. For this design, use whatever vase that you have in your house that you want to use. It could be clear, it could be ceramic, it could be antique. Whatever you want to use, go ahead and use it. The important part of this is having this branch off to the side, because this is where we're going to hang all those ribbons. So this is the important factor. Keep your branch off to the side, and the branch you can get from your yard, your neighbor's yard, wherever you want to grab it. I know you all have some branches around you, so just grab a branch and put it off to the side. First part of our design is going to be our piece of the stock. Sort of looks like the branch, right, with all these pieces coming out of it. And we're going to cut that, and we're going to put it opposite. So now we have some balance happening. That's what we call in design when we have a little bit of balance. It's still heavily balanced on that side, but this is just coming out the side. Then we're going to add our beautiful cremone, and we're going to put this at the base of the design. And because the branch is in the vase, it's actually giving us, it's holding the flowers in place. You know what? Let's change that. Let's put that over here. That's pretty, right under the branches, right? Next, we're going to add our lily. When you put the lilies in, make sure you leave enough space for them to open. If you were to put this lily in like right up against another flower, it doesn't give it space to open, so you're never going to get the beauty of it. So make sure you leave that negative space, the room around the lily, to actually open up. And that goes with any of the flowers. Say Austrameria, that's a flower that blooms open. Roses, they bloom open. So just give yourself enough space around that to open. Now I'm going to add in our Dr. Seuss looking green dianthus. I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to cut this shorter. I'm going to put this down below. Kind of looks like moss. Kind of goes with the branch a little bit. Love those. Now your dianthus, it's another branching out foliage. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not a foliage, it's a flower. Branching out flower. So let's give this one some height, and we'll put it behind the lily. And do you see how that just moved on me? No worries, you can always move stuff back. It's flowers, it's not the end of the world, right? And I want to show you a tip. So if you're unsure of where to cut something, it's always best to cut a little bit at a time, because if you cut it too short, you can't regrow it. But if you cut it too long, you can always continue to cut it down. So I always hold it up next to the vase. If I'm unsure of where I want to cut it, I'll cut a little bit off, and then I'll just be like, okay, that's perfectly where I want it to be in the arrangement. So then it's good. So when you do cut and you're unsure, that's the best trick to do. Next, we're going to add in some of our gorgeous mini carnations. If you get a branch like this that has these beautiful laterals, these beautiful stems coming out, give a cut there and give a fresh cut at the bottom, and now you have 2 insertions. So we're going to go ahead and put those in around the design. And we're going to do the same thing with the other piece. And I want to give some height to this design. So I'm just going to have these coming up a little bit more. And these I actually want to cut a little bit shorter for the front. So I'm going to cut them down, put them right in there. Beautiful colors, right? Alstroemeria. It is the same concept what we talked about with the lily. And I'm going to give you another design tip. When I use Alstroemeria in a design that's kind of compact and I want the flowers to actually be the star, I'll go through and I'll pull off the foliage that's underneath the flowers. Do you see the difference that's making? Because then when these flowers open, you're going to get nothing but gorgeous flowers. So I took all that foliage off, does not harm the flower, and then when they open, you'll just see all the beautiful flowers. So I'm going to take this, and we're going to put this right here. So now when these open, you're going to have all of this openness happening. It's going to be stunning. And you get to watch it happening. Roses. Pop off the foliage that's maybe underwater. We know that. We already talked about the guard petals. So the rose is the star. So let's put the rose up here. And then I got to look, and I think the other rose we're going to put there. So let me turn it for a sec. If I can get it in. Oh, it's really full of stems down there. And as I looked at it from the front, I realized I just wanted to raise this up a little bit. Do you see the difference that made? I have one bloom. We can't forget about any of the blooms. We got to use it all. And now for our beautiful blue. This month we only have 2 stems of this, but the nice thing about this painted stuff is it doesn't necessarily have to be in water. So I'm gonna cut the tip off of here and I'll keep this one long. And the tip, I'm just gonna put right there. It's not hitting water. This is the only flower that really can do that. So everything else needs to go in water. But do you see this carries that blue color all the way through? And we want this beautiful blue, this pop of color stands out. And the other flowers are so tight in here, they'll actually hold that right in place. So this is the floral component of our design. As you can see, the flowers go cascade around. They're not super flat. They have this nice movement happening. And if you look at it, it goes like that. All the flowers, you have some face forward, you have the color going through. So this is this portion of the design. Now comes to the be better portion. So I don't really believe in resolutions. I think you can make changes, but a lot of times they hurt people because like, oh, I didn't stick to it. What I believe in is just being better, being a better human being to yourself and to others around you. So what I think is a fun idea is to just take some ribbons, whatever you have around the house, just whatever colors. I chose pink and cream because it goes with the design. Take some ribbons and just handwrite some things that you want to be better at. I made such things as kindness, being kind. I think that sometimes we can go a whole day without showing kindness to somebody, but when we stop and think about, was I kind today? It makes you realize that, yeah, you should be kind. Laughing. How many days do you think that the average person goes without actually laughing throughout the day? You'd be shocked. Some people don't even laugh once during the day, and I think that's sad. So giving back, finding joy in the little things, but have some ribbons and just keep them by the arrangement. And then when you hit them, you just tie them onto the branch. And that creates this beautiful ribbon effect. And if you do this all week long, by the end of the week, you're gonna have this beautiful colored ribbons hanging from the branch. And more importantly, you're gonna be better, and you're gonna find that just thinking about, did I do these things today, makes a huge difference. You know, this is a great thing to have in your office. And have them out there and put them on the desk and say, hey everybody, if you've done one of these today, hang a ribbon and be proud of what you've accomplished. It's the little things in life that makes a difference, right? And then you can get your kids involved. Like I made some for the kids that say, clean the room, do your homework, put your toys away. Get them involved for making decisions that are important. At the end of the day, we just all want to be better humans on this planet. So this is our design for January, our first one for 2023. Welcome back. I cannot wait to spend the year with you. Please like and subscribe. Leave some comments. Tell me how you're doing. And remember, 2023 is yours to be better. Thank you. Have a great one.